Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, is on the move. The leadership of the party has announced the composition of its presidential campaign council, with the Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel as the council's chairman. In a document released yesterday, signed by the National Organizing Secretary of the PDP, Bature Umar, the Bauchi State Governor, Senator Bala Mohammed, was appointed Vice Chairman of the Campaign Council for the North, while Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, was made Southern Vice President. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, who had been at the center of the party's crisis, was listed as a member of the council. Similarly, Wike's ally, Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State, made the list as a member of the council. Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa was made Director General of the presidential campaign, while former Governor of Cross River State, Liyal Imoke, was made Deputy Director General Operations. Others include former National Secretary of the party, Professor Adewale Oladipo, who was appointed Director General Operations, Chief Raymond Dokpesi, who was nominated Deputy Director General Technical and Systems, and former National Chairman of the PDP, Okwesilieze Nwodo, was appointed Deputy Director General Research. Well, PDP, getting its house in order before the campaigns kick off on the 28th there. And it's interesting to note all the names, of course, Governor Wike, who has been the loudest voice of dissent, accompanied by a band, no less. And you even have more recently Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State making his objection to the continued chairmanship of Iyorchia Ayunon, but he's still on the list. You have, Governor Ortom on that list. I think what PDP is trying to signal here is a united front, such that even though they've had their quarrels in the past, hopefully this is a sign that they're going to turn over a new page. I think that's what's been communicated. Whether or not that is factual, we wait and we see. But Udom Emmanuel, for me, is very interesting, the governor of Akwa Ibom. He was himself a PDP presidential aspirant who did not triumph during the polls. He was considered as the vice presidential pick for presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, and he was not picked. Instead, we had Governor Kowabe picked. But there he is, heading the campaign council, showing no sour grapes whatsoever. So maybe that might be an encouragement for others to, fall in line. He might be able to do the magic since he's showing that he's, fully a party man, regardless of whatever outcome did not favor him.
Okay, it shouldn't be surprising that the People's Democratic Party or any other political party at this time will announce a campaign council. When the campaign starts on September 28th, officially, there have been efforts here and there on the part of the political parties and the principal candidates to campaign, appeal to the public. But on the 20th, the INEC will blow the whistle for the race to begin. And when that race begins, it's like going to war for many politicians. And what it means is that in a war situation that election campaigns in Nigeria have become, all hands must be on deck. And you are absolutely correct, or rather, let me borrow from Professor Akintenwa. You cannot be more correct. He's saying that in the published campaign council, by the PDP, there's been an attempt to address some of the fears, concerns within the party and to make it as inclusive as possible, which is one of the major demands by the Wike allies, saying that, look, there must be inclusion, nobody should be marginalized. And in any case, in a federal election, in a national election, it will not make sense. It will not be strategic to marginalize anybody whatsoever. So you see that from the north, Tambuwa, to the northeast, Bala Mohammed, to Chief Dokpesi, to all the key persons that are involved, Chief Dr. Okwesilieze Nwodo leading the front in the southeast flank. An attempt has been made to be represented. But the bigger list, when you look at the bigger list of over 200 names, from every region, there is an attempt here, to mobilize party stalwarts, party faithful, to make sure that everybody is involved in this grand mobilization of the party for the 2023 exercise. So that's the way it goes in an election. But yes, the PDP may have put up a front of unity in the campaign council representation. It may have put up an awareness of the fact that there are great persons within the party who need to be mobilized. But there are other issues, residual matters, that have not yet been resolved within the party, which is, the issue about the legitimacy of the position of the party chairman. In this case, Senator Professor Dr. Yoshia Ayu. Because the Wike camp is still insisting that he has to go. You have people like Professor Tunde Adeneron saying he has to go. You have people like Chief Olabode George saying that he has to go. And then on the other side, you have divisions, even within the party on that score. Because the Southwest wing of the PDP was quoted in the papers this week as saying that there's a consensus in the Southwest that Senator Yoshia Ayu must stand down as chairman of the party. But the Osun State chapter of the PDP has just issued a statement signed by Mr. Adekunle saying that, look, there's no such consensus in the Southwest. I hope when Chief Olabode George shows up on this program later this morning, you will be able to explain that. There are persons in the Southwest saying, no, there's no such consensus. And there are persons from other parts of the South who are saying, no, there's no such consensus, including the governor of Edo State, Obaseki. But, the political parties have months within which they would campaign. So once the campaign starts, we hope that all of these issues will also be resolved. The political issues, the constitutional issues, and also the personal issues, we just hope that beyond all of this, everyone will conduct themselves after the fashion of gentlemen, either in the PDP or the APC or in the Labour Party or in the NMPP and all the other political parties that are here in the race. That's what I think.
Well, thank you for sharing. We'll be getting all the details of the other parties' campaign councils, I'm sure, in the next few days.